All right, so today we are going to create queries, which is the whole reason why you build databases, to be able to pull information that you want out of it. This is actually rather complicated, but I know you can do it. We're going to go through it together. So this is Access Chapter 3. I have already downloaded my file, and I've got to close that, and I've got to enable content, and I want to make this a little bit bigger here. So we have Sailboat Fleet, SD Rentals. So we did enable the concrete. We're going to create a summary query in Design View. And so we're going to click the Query Design button in the Create tab in the Queries group. So Create tab, Queries group, and we want Query Design, Query Design. There we go. Now we're going to select Sailboat Fleet and click Add. And select SD Rentals and click Add. And then we're going to click Close, which clearly we've added everything. Now we're going to click the drop-down arrow in the first field row right here. And we're going to select SD Rentals FK Boat ID. So SD Rentals FK Boat ID. In the second cell in the field row, we're going to select Sailboat Fleet Boat Type. Sailboat Fleet Boat Type. Now this is going to be really important. I'm going to put a little sticky note up here so that I don't lose my place, because we want to do this exactly the way it tells us to. Okay, Sailboat Fleet full-time. So third one, Sailboat Fleet, full day rental rate, full day rental rate. In the fourth cell, fourth field, SD Rentals, full hour rental, SD Rentals, full hour rental. And then we're going to click the Totals button, and that's the Query Tools Design tab, Show Hide Group. Got the Design tab, Show Hide Group, Totals, click it. And then we're going to click the Run button, Query Tools Design tab, Results Group, Query Tools Design tab, Results, Run. And the query should open in Datasheet view and show 16 records. The query only shows boats that have been rented. At most, a boat ID appears in 2 rows, 1 row if the 4-hour rental box is checked, and another row if the 4-hour rentals box is not checked. So we're going to edit the query to add aggregate functions, because we're only looking for rentals that were for a full day. So we're going to use the no value in the 4th hour rental field. Okay. So we're clicking the View button, Design View tab in the Total row. The total row cell for the full day rental rate. So full day rental rate, total row cell. And we're going to click the drop down arrow and put sum. And we're going to click the total row cell for 4-hour rental field and click where, 4-hour rental, where. And this causes the show row checkbox for the 4-hour rental field to be deselected. Click the criteria row for the 4-hour, criteria row right here. for the 4-hour rental. And I'm being really careful about this because this is tough. Type no. So IntelliSense wants us to type now. We're going to press the escape key to hide IntelliSense. And the query window should look similar to that on 388. And it does. So we're going to click the Run button again. And it looks precisely like the picture on page 206. And you have that picture in your instructions too if you're using them online. So we're going to click Save, Control S. And we are going to give it a name, full day, no spaces in this name. And hit OK. We're going to verify that it works correctly. We're going to open the SD Rentals table in Datasheet View, SD Rentals, and that is Datasheet View. We're going to click the drop-down arrow in the boat ID field, name, cell, boat ID, and sort A to Z. Click the drop-down arrow in full hour rental. And select Sort Cleared to Select. Sort Cleared to Select. You can see that Boat ID 1010 has 5 full-day rentals. And it says from figure 387, which is on the previous page, your full day rate is $179, so $895. Okay, we are going to click Remove Sort right there, which we've used before. And we're going to close the SD Rentals, and it says if you're prompted, do not save changes to the table. No. Those are going to be really important instructions, and I'm trying to be really careful about sliding my little tab down on the instructions so that I don't mess up. Okay, we're going to save a copy of our query and queries right here. So I'm going to click the Save As button, File, Save As, Save Object As, Full Day Rentals by Boat Summary with Parameter. I click Save As, Full Day Rentals, with parameter. So the second query will enable the sailing club to enter a date range. So, okay. Now we have full day rentals. Got to pay attention to what you're working with up there. Okay. So we're going to edit the query to add additional fields and add an aggregate function. So we're going to click the Design View button. And we're going to drag full day rental rate field to the 5th column, full day rental rate field to the 5th column. That didn't work. Okay, select it and then drag it to the 5th field, which becomes the 4th field. We're going to click the total row cell for this field. So total row cell for this field. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to close it and not save it. No, don't save changes. And I'm going to reopen it up because I did the wrong thing. So we are on with parameter. Double click, go back to design view. So it wanted us to pull it off of here, not there, and move it into the fifth column. Okay, so full day rental rate from the sailboat fleet, full day rental rate to the fifth column. Yes, it's in there twice. There we go. So we're going to click the total in that, drop down and click count. Drag the rental date field from the SD rentals table, SD rentals, rental date, drag it over there, and we're going to click the total row cell and the drop down arrow for where. This causes the show row checkbox for the rental date field to be deselected. Notice that. Okay. We're going to click the criteria, which is right below that show. We're going to right click and select zoom and type between to add 2 parameters and click OK. There we go. Click the Save button to save the changes. I like Control S personally. And test it. Run. Now enter the start date of 2/1/2020. Enter the end date. I have to flip the book over. 2/28/2020. And there we go. And it looks just like the box. Hallelujah. Click Save, Control S. We've got a little Save button up there, but my hands are usually on the keyboard. So we're going to review the full day. We're going to reopen the query in Design View. Notice that Access has reordered the position of the fields. So the 2 fields, full day rental rate and rental date, that use the where option on the total row have been moved to the right side of the query design grid. This doesn't affect the way that it runs. Okay. We're going to create a new query in Design View. The Sailing Club wants to find out what type of boats have been rented so it can decide whether to adjust pricing or marketing if a boat has been rented. So we're going to click the query design. So create, query design, and we're going to select the SD rentals and hold shift. So that's already selected, and select the next one. So that does them both at the same time. Click add, and they're both added, you'll see. Okay. And then the close button. We're going to click the drop down arrow for the first field in the cell and select SD rentals, FK boat ID. SD rentals, FK boat ID. We're going to click the sort row and do ascending. Click in the second cell and select sailboat fleet boat type, sailboat fleet boat type, and click the run button. There we go. Turn the page. All right, we're going to edit the query to display unique values. So we're going to click the Design View icon. And click the Property Sheet button. We clicked Run, Save, change it to Boat Types Rented, and close the database. And upload the file and see what we got. And that was at 11:32. It is 11:32. Yes, submit the file. Okay, well, that one was 100%. Hallelujah. Not too bad considering you just learned how to do queries. All right, have a great day.